Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How's everyone doing? I really hope everyone is doing good. But anyways, I want to say thank you guys for liking and subscribing to my channel, and I just want to actually continue to do so. Okay, it's been a while, but you know we're under the quarantine slash weather. So today I will be discussing we'll be talking about pandemics, me and my family. All right, so I'm gonna interview them pretty much, ask some questions and see how they feel about this moment. All right, so let's get it rolling. Stay tuned. Joining me is Taisha, my niece, and I'll be asking her a question regarding as I said, the pandemic and what she think that how it affected her. So Taisha, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Sorry, she's nervous around me sometimes. That's why she's like stuttering, but it's okay. Hi guys, I'm from Jamaica, and I've been living here like 3 years, but I've been living with my family in Delray for 1 year so far, and I'm a nursing student, and I currently attend Broward College, and yeah, I'm 21. Yeah, that's pretty much it about me. Yeah.
Yes, so we're gonna start off, right? I'm gonna ask you some questions. You just tell me how you feel.
Okay.
You know, how this has affected you. So the first one is, what have you learned? Well, how has the pandemic or quarantine life affected you, or has affected you?
Okay, so when the quarantine just started, I was still taking classes, and I mean, at first the transition from in school to online, or I should say from face-to-face to online learning, it was like really weird because I'm a face-to-face learner, you know, so it was kind of challenging. And then we have the kids here, so that was another challenge. But
hold up.
Yeah, it is challenging, like
go ahead.
So, you know, that was one of the biggest thing for me, and but I still, you know, passed, and I think it's I like online learning now. Like, you go at your own pace, so it's not that terrible. But then I found that my next challenge was not going to church. Like, I've never not been able to be inside of a church for like 2 months. So I think I went through phases. Like, at first I was excited about going to church on the phone, and then after a while it was just like, no, no, God, we need to go to the altar. I'm tired. I can't manage no more. Like, you know. So that was another challenge for me, just like trying to grow spiritually at home without physically being in a church. That was hard, and it's still a process. Like, you know, sometimes you want to like read your Bible and pray, but then it's like hard because, you know, you're at home all the time.
Right.
So that was another challenge for me.
Okay. Yeah. The other question is, what have you learned during this pandemic? What it has taught you? You know, what you learned from it?
Okay.
Jamaican, what you learned from
it? I've learned a lot. Alright, so the main thing I have learned from this whole quarantine is that you have to spend time with your family, and everything is not just about school, money, or working all the time. You know, it's also about your relationships, you know, in the home. That's what I learned. Yeah.
So, like, spending more time with your family and your friends.
That's
okay, awesome. What are the 3 takeaway from this? What would you say? Like, give me 3 things you take away from this whole thing.
Okay. 3 things. Well, first lesson that I would say is that you could adjust to anything that you put your mind to. Like some people found it hard to adjust. The second thing is that money isn't all. So that for me was just like a big wake up call, because so many of us spend time working and trying to make money, but then, you know, when all of this ended, like when all of this shut down where you can't work and stuff like that, you still had to trust God to make a way. So that was that was the second thing for me, because I had lost my job during that time, but God still made a way. And the third thing is that, yeah, just put God first, you know, and He's in control of everything. Like we think we have so much control over the world and different situations that go on in this world, but God is the final judge of that. So yeah.
Okay. And the last question for Taija, it would be, would you rather this way of living, or would you rather the way it was before all this started?
No. I would not want to live like this. Like it messes with your mind. Like some days you're happy, and some days you're just so sad, and you're like, God, why am I so, like, what's going on? Like it just drives you kind of nuts, just being home all the time, you know.
So overall, what it has taught you overall?
No. It has taught me a lot. I must say it has taught me a lot, and the main thing is that you could adjust to anything, because who knew that, you know, you could adjust to being at home 24/7, like
right.
Literally. And it's been
no one. I think no one saw this coming.
Yeah, no one said.
If anyone have told us that this would happen, we would have probably like, nah.
Exactly.
You ain't seen or heard right.
Yeah,
so.
It's definitely challenging, but good to spend family time, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Next up is Kimmy. Everybody meet Kimmy. She's gonna introduce herself. She is my oldest child. All right.
Hi, I'm Kimmy, and I'm 16, and I'm in the 11th grade, but I'm going 12, so yeah.
Nice. So Kimmy, tell me, what have you learned? Well, first of all, how has this pandemic affected you?
It affected me with like school-wise, nothing else really, like, but it's the fact that I couldn't really, the online thing, like when it first started, it was like a little bit confusing, but I mean, you get used to it after a while. But after, like anything else, it didn't really affect me, just the online schooling.
What have you learned during this whole pandemic thing?
I've learned that sometimes you just need to just take time and focus on yourself, focus on like what you need to work on as a person, like, you know, just like stuff like that. What was the question again?
What have you learned? So pretty much
just like focus, you need to take time, focus on yourself, you know, like, because some people, they work like 24/7, they're so focused on like getting money, doing, you know, just take time, focus on yourself, and yeah.
Okay. All right. So would that be rather this type of living, or would you go back to normal? Would you say I'd rather go back to the normal as the way it used to be?
Yes and no, because sometimes we just need to stay in the house. Just like get some stuff, just get some stuff out the way, just focus on family. Because, you know, if like sometimes when, like before, like my mom, she still works, but they're like, everybody's always out, nobody's home, school and all that, and you just get a break from everything. But I would want my regular life back, because the house just, it's not cutting it sometimes. Yeah, I just, but it's both. I miss them, but I see them sometimes, so it's like.
And one final question, because you're a teen, and there is a lot of, as you watch the news, you heard a lot of teen. Well, I've heard about one incident where this young girl have committed, suicide because of the whole shutdown and everything. So that's really affected a lot of young girls at that age, maybe 16, 13, 14 or up, right? What advice would you give
I mean,
to kids your age?
you're gonna get sad and depressed because you're stuck in the house, and you know,
Yeah.
sometimes like I really wish like I could just go out, have fun, because it's like there's only a amount of certain time that you're in the house and you start feeling like some type of way, and you just want to be around like friends, just go do some like fun stuff. Just try to take your mind off of it, watch some TV, go play some games with the family, you know, just stuff like that. And try not to spend the whole day in your room like me. Every day, all day. I don't do it every day, all day, but just try not to. And yeah,
So spend time with your family,
spend time
right?
with the fam.
Get out of the room
Get out the room.
and play games.
Go
Keep your
buy a
mind.
pool. Go buy a pool, a big family pool. And
Keep your mind occupied.
yeah.
Keep your mind occupied. Listen, we know that it's a change. We
If
know
you have
that.
cousins, bother them. Like,
Yeah.
I have Tyja. She's amazing.
So we know that it's a very what do you call it? Tough time, but
Yeah.
especially for a lot of teenagers and even some adults too, some grown-ups, because you know, not working, it's not
Yeah, a lot
easy
of
not
people-
working.
Yeah.
And it's not easy not working. So we will pretty much, what you call it, encourage those that are not working to find something to do, find
Do
something
not
to
spend
occupy your
that
time.
stimulation check stupidly. Cause it's
Stimulations.
What was
Stimulus.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Zara, and
Your name is what?
Zara. People call me Jazz and Jazzy.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 9.
What school do you go to?
Heritage Element. No. Daniel Creek Elementary.
Benny Creek. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the quarantine, right? You understand what we're talking about, right? And the virus that's going around. So tell me, how has this quarantine or pandemic has affected you?
It's making me bored and making me miss school, although I hate school at the beginning. I miss a lot of my friends in class, and I miss how we used to chat at recess and play a lot. But we be doing online classes, and it's getting really boring again.
It's getting pretty hard.
Yeah.
Okay, but you would say it's kind of boring.
Yeah, I enjoy how I stay home and stuff, but I have to wake up early, like it's actually in school day, and I keep going to school, like walk to school.
You still don't want to wake up early.
I thought I would wake up at normal time and then just do homework.
Oh, okay. So, what have the pandemic taught you? What have you learned from it?
I have learned that how viruses are dangerous and stuff.
Okay. Okay. So, would you rather this life, or would you want to go back to your normal life?
The number one.
The normal one. Me, my husband, questions regarding this pandemic. So this is how it affected us in the house. You know, we can't speak for other families. We can't speak for others. So I'm gonna allow Vincent to introduce himself before asking the question. Vincent, go ahead.
Well, I'm Vincent, aka Dan Vince, from Darkside Lane, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, Jamaica, JA, One Love, land of Bob Marley, Usain Bolt.
All right. I think we get it. Y'all get it, right? Y'all get it. He's from Jamaica. Period. We get that. Yeah?
Right.
So, Vincent, how has this pandemic affected you?
Well, it affect me in a, not really a negative way apart from that stimulus check. I don't get much over that word. Nowhere to go, no party, not even shopping centers open. But it's also good in another way. Give us some more family time and to spend with the kids and to teach my niece how to cook and all that. My big daughter Kimmy, she also learned a little stuff in the kitchen during the pandemic and so forth.
So, you know, I have to laugh. But anyways, my other question. Oh my God, I forget my other question. So my other question
Yeah.
is, what are your 3 takeaways from this whole thing for you?
3 takeaways.
All right. So would you prefer to continue to live like this though, or would you rather to go back to the way it was?
Well, it's not much difference on the way it was before because I didn't really go much places more than work. So, to me, it's okay. Just like the kids at home and too much noise every now and then playing, singing, reading. But it's good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's
So
good.
it has taught you a lot of family time.
Yeah, I already said that. Family time.
Family time.
A lot.
Okay. But alright, so
Sure than all that.
so for for especially, what advice would you give a married couple out there that is watching, or maybe just a dad that lives with kids? Because a lot of them are not used to the kids being home, especially right around the clock, 24 hours. And during this whole thing, we have gone through that where the kids have been home every day, right around the clock. So what advice would you give?
Well, you have the kids, you have to spend time with them and appreciate them and make sure you teach them. Teach them the right thing, the morals and all that. Don't know the time to teach what the teachers were teaching at school. Yeah, so now the teachers don't get no blame.
You can't blame the teachers now.
No, because you're teaching them.
Okay, so that has pretty much wrapped it up for the questions. Now, just a little advice out there. A lot of, as I said before, a lot of kids are not used to this type of living or lifestyle. A lot of married couple are not used to that, being home every day, especially for those who are not working in the grocery store, hospital, those that the requirements, the ones that are open. So you have moms and dad that are home, that are seeing each other right around the clock. So not that it's anything bad, but a little space is always good. So the advice I'll give, just occupy your time, find something to do. 1, read the Bible. 2, pray, build family time, play games, or just take a minute to sleep. Because a lot of us we're lacking that. So like, comment, and subscribe, okay? And also turn on the notification button, okay? So you can know when the alerts come in to tune in. All right, thank you guys
When you
once more.
subscribe and touch notification, press all. You get all the notifications.